viewers do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek...
So White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt announced that the Associated Press has been banned from the Oval Office for not honoring the recent renaming of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf.
Yesterday's episode delivered one of the most explosive moments in recent TV history, leaving viewers stunned. Rising Republican star Karoline Leavitt went head-to-head with veteran broadcaster and Hollywood icon Whoopi Goldberg. What began as a routine discussion on the growing influence of young conservatives quickly spiraled into a fiery on-air clash that shook the studio. The intense exchange sparked a frenzy on social media, instantly trending and igniting heated debates online. In a moment that left both the audience and her co-host speechless, Goldberg, visibly upset, abruptly removed her microphone and walked off the set mid-show, marking a dramatic and unforgettable scene.
The young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here. Oh, yeah. Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job. Yeah. Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason.
My team will review the applications and give credentials to new media applicants who meet our criteria and pass United States Secret Service requirements to enter the White House complex.
All right. What'd she say?
She basically said that they were going to get
qualified. Unqualified people.
People podcast needs to apply for White House credentials. They love joy in that room. I got a question.
So wait a second. So in other words, instead of Bob Woodward, they want Kim Kardashian.
Lou, however, narrowed his eyes in a sharp, defiant challenge and remained unfazed. Whoopi, did you really think you were the only one old enough to handle all of America's issues, and that gave you the right to lecture us, he asked. The tension in the room spiked, and as the audience braced for what was clearly turning into a landmark television moment, silence fell. Whoopi Goldberg responded with passion, defending her generation's contributions to the nation's progress, pointing to their sacrifices during wartime, their leadership in civil rights movements, and the historic milestones often taken for granted today. But the exchange only escalated. Do you honestly believe tweets and social media posts can fix everything Goldberg challenged? Karoline Leavitt, undeterred, fired back. Did your generation leave us a better country? Look around, our economy's in trouble. Our borders are wide open, and our values are under threat. We're trying to fix what's broken. The air grew thick with tension as murmurs spread through the audience. Then, without warning, Goldberg stood up, removed her microphone, and made her way offset. I don't care about this argument, she declared. I don't need to be here if the truth is the truth. With that, she exited, setting her water glass down with a hardened expression as cameras continued rolling. The dramatic moment sent shockwaves through the studio and across the internet. The hashtag WhoopiWalks trended instantly as social media erupted. Supporters of Leavitt praised her for standing her ground, calling her fearless and unapologetic. Meanwhile, Goldberg's defenders insisted she was right to leave rather than endure what they considered inflammatory or misleading rhetoric. Some criticized her for walking away, accusing her of shutting down instead of engaging even when the truth was difficult to hear. Backstage, Goldberg vanished from view, and the broadcast spiraled into stunned silence. Co-hosts scrambled to regain control of the show. When Leavitt stepped forward again, she addressed the crowd calmly but firmly. The truth can be uncomfortable, she said, but we're here to keep the conversation about America's future going. Her remarks earned mixed reactions, some cheers, some silence, some uneasy stares. In the aftermath, the moment has continued to dominate headlines and ignite fierce debate. Was Leavitt's criticism valid? Or was Goldberg justified in walking away? One thing is certain, It was a moment of live television that viewers won't soon forget.
Unequivocally clear about that. And watching this clip, I couldn't help but think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of...
The exchange between Karoline Leavitt and Whoopi Goldberg, when viewed objectively, reveals a deeper ideological and generational divide within American politics. Both women voiced concerns that resonated with a tense and divided audience. Leavitt, representing a younger generation, highlighted contemporary challenges such as immigration, economic instability, and cultural shifts as signs that past leadership may have failed to address the nation's core issues. Goldberg, on the other hand, expressed frustration rooted in a perspective that values historical struggle and acknowledges the sacrifices and achievements of older generations. To her, the direct and often critical tone of younger political figures overlooks the complexity of past conflicts and the hard-earned progress that shaped modern America. Her frustration also underscores a broader debate whether prior accomplishments shield senior leaders from critique. Whoopi's decision to walk off the set raises important questions about how political conversations are handled in the media. Some saw her exit as a dignified refusal to engage with what she perceived as an unproductive debate, while others viewed it as an unwillingness to hear opposing views. Likewise, Leavitt's closing remarks about continuing the conversation could be interpreted as composed and forward-looking, or as a subtle provocation that escalated the moment. Reactions across social media reveal a deeply polarized environment, with supporters on both sides fiercely defending their perspectives. Rather than viewing this moment as a clear win or loss, it should serve as a reflection of the difficulty in cultivating meaningful dialogue in an era of intense political division. The real takeaway may be the importance of fostering respectful, honest conversations, especially on platforms like The View, where different ideologies are bound to collide. So, does walking away from a heated argument hurt one's reputation, or does it show maturity and self-restraint in the face of needless conflict? We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you value this kind of thoughtful commentary and want to stay updated on today's most important debates, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching and being part of this vital conversation.